we're back. Egg Festival time. Alright, alright. I'm quite happy that everything's come in at this stage because it means that we have all the space. Alright, so... gonna stuff all the storage in here for now. Definitely that in there. Now the grand question becomes what to do with these potatoes. I think I cannot sell them, but I will try anyways at the market. Alright, so we have 12,984. So we will, we'll pretty much till and make ready for an incredibly large contingent. So we will have a goodly amount of space. Like so. Egg Festival begins. Good. I will eat some forage if it proves that I need to do a smidge more work, but I should just be able to drain my energy before heading to the Egg Festival. Alright. Let's head into town. Do have foraging 3, which is nice. I would love to get foraging 4 for the time of salmonberry season. Alright, so 100 per, still. $129 strawberry seeds. A more food. Put something nice in the punch. Olivia. What a beautiful day for a festival. Are you participating in the egg hunt? Maybe. I get nervous around large crowds of people. Spring is busy, so it's nice to have a day off to catch up. Abby's loved the egg hunt ever since she was a little girl. Sometimes they'll hide an egg too well and no one finds it. Until summer rolls around and starts stinking up the air. Eggs definitely have a place in a well-balanced diet. Should take off the doctor's hat for the time being. Even with my bad leg, I never miss a town festival. That's very sweet of you, Marlon. Egg. What a strange thing to eat. Vincent loved this festival to Joy seemed so happy. Don't mind this. Alright, hang on. I'm taking a screenshot. Can I? Alright, this is gonna look a little scuffed for like a minute. Hey, Andy. These festivals ain't so bad. Oh no, I missed my... Damn it. Elliot, taking breaks from work can make you more productive in the long run. Find some eggs before Vincent finds them all. Egg hunt is so excited. The quad! Searching for eggs is like going on a treasure hunt. Hell yeah, it is! Used to do a rotten egg toss. Victor, I'm wearing my best slacks and dress shirt today. Okay. Festival's alright. What I'm really looking forward to is the flower dance. Try to eat at least 3 eggs every day. Need that protein for my legs. Festival's been a tradition for as long as I can remember. And eggs. Why eggs? I am ready for Festivus. Oh, Sophie joins in. Nice. Maybe. I think she joins in. Alright. Let's take my usual route. They changed a lot of the egg spots, interestingly. Also, it feels like they give you more time. Or maybe I'm just hallucinating. Where are all the dang eggs? Oh, Abigail probably's got me smoked. I only got 7. Look at all those eggs. And the winner of this year's egg hunt. Jas and Vincent. Jesus. Okay. You know what? I'm fine with not winning. It's a strange feeling, but a welcome one. Alright. now. We have not yet done it. Darn. Oh, this is actually a lot more than I figured. I should have, like, counted spaces or something. I'll need to get another scarecrow going and fast. Nope. Yep. I need food. Eat the dulse. Try to keep that one. Let's eat up leeks. Might be a smidge close. This might have been a bad idea. Like all the rip. Alright, we get to bed. We're good. Sell the potatoes and then we get to bed. Go, go, go. Alright, level 3 farming though. I can craft speed grow now. Main question is, am I allowed to put it on the thing? Yeah, no, not at this rate. Just a bit of a rip. Love from Mom. Thanks, Mom. I'm gonna need a shit ton of energy to water these every day. Alright, so I'm gonna try a with like a little bit of selling to get both the backpack and the copper pick today. Made it. Alright. Cool. Excuse me. Take this. Stash these away. Grab the pick, because I'll need it. Grab the fishing pole, because I need to start fishing for energy now. And we might as well just sell all of these so that we can crack the geodes. Alright. There will come a point where we have to, like, do the quality parsnip thing. But, I am tapped for energy. Let's see what we got. 20 copper ores. Nah. That's not gonna quite happen. We'll come back to that. We might be able to finagle not doing the backpack. Ever see you during worship hours on Sundays. You don't believe in Yoba, do you? Guilty. Should set one aside, because it's a community center item. Funny. Alright. Well. Still no. pick. Forgot to dump this in, but it doesn't really matter because I already have the money to get Beak backpack. Hey, Lewis. Got all the hidden eggs from yesterday cleared up. Pretty sure, anyway. Alright, Pierre. Oh, Sophie! Oh, hello there. Can I help you? Yeah. Alright. Big inventory. Pop this in there for later donation. And stack those up. Cool. Alright. Gonna go down to the beach just to get a little variety in our fishing. Oh, never mind. We're gonna go right here. Damn it. Trolled again. At least this starts restoring my energy a good amount. And now we vibe. Nice. Herring. Hey, cog. Okay, I'll take coal. Hello, this is new. Oh, got a starfish. Nice. Well, I'm gonna take that, but also I'm gonna head back to the lake. It seems like that's just straight up better. Oh, Gunther's closed? Yeah, it's closed. Rip. If you're any bang from inside my hut, it's probably just me working on one of my sculptures. Or stabbing the mannequin of my ex, you know. You don't take days off, do you? Certainly don't want to distract you from your work. Go on ahead with your errands, Jack. But what about Victor? Is he in? No, he's not. Amazing I don't have to be as frugal with my space anymore, yet I'm still keeping those old habits. That is getting late, huh? Alright, we'll pack it in just a sec. Now let's go. Hopefully with this energy I should be able to start chopping trees up here in order to get 300 wood to fix the bridge. And honestly, just keep chopping and stacking wood. Until I get like 4 foraging. I afraid this might happen. Nearly forgot my coleslaw. Start as a gardener. Yep. Right. Set up a little straighter. Dump all the fish stuff just in here for now. Let the cog in its place. So I'm down a bit on energy, it seems, because I slept so late. this. Take this to the axe as well as fish for energy. Alright, with a fishing rod and an axe, I begin my trek. Interest. First step is to cut away the trees that are in the path. Another minnow. Oh, Jesus. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna hop in with Phoenix. Because I'm sleepy. Hello.
Hi. What's up?
Very sleepy, comfy vibes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna mean it. I think I'm gonna start streaming.
I saw you were here and I was like, oh hell yeah. Phoenix is here.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Just doing a little research. I'm gonna have to get a new bot for like, um,
What's the bot for?
I have a bot that does like some auto mod things and a couple of other stuff. But they're shutting the bot down in like 3 days.
Oh, right.
The person who created it just decided they didn't want to keep up with it anymore.
Which I mean, it's, understandable if they don't want to do that. But
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I just have to find another bot to do the same thing it was doing. Like auto assigning roles when they agree to rules and all that kind of stuff.
me.
That one was like my main bot. So, and I may not even need stream cord because apparently this bot I'm looking at will also do announcements and stuff. So,
Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
so I think that will be it.
Meanwhile, I may have gone like a smidge overboard in Stardew.
Oh yeah.
I planted, and I'll show you as well on Discord, but, I may have planted, like, 129 strawberries.
Oh my god. That's a lot.
My fields are fertile, but they take a while.
I was about to say I can see him. I have your stream up. I just had the website muted. Alright. Well, I guess I will go ahead and
stream.
yeah, do the do.
Meanwhile, I had like the heartiest dinner in terms of it just melting into my chair after spaghetti, meatballs, garlic bread, and cheesecake.
That's awesome.
I'm happy I made or got all that for myself, but also I am slowly turning into a puddle.
It's okay.
It's okay, just rest.
Yeah.
Sleep
Just
now.
accept it. Let it happen. Welcome in.
Hello.
My goal today is to be very chill. That is unfortunate, Mal. Sorry. Well, Jack is farming.
Yes.
I guess we'll have to figure out how to do, like, squad streaming. I guess technically I think we can do that if you're an affiliate. Do you have to be a partner? I don't know. I've never tried it before. I'm feeling jazzy today. So we're listening to jazz and rain because that makes me happy. And we're gonna draw. I'm not sure what we're gonna draw yet, but we're gonna draw. I haven't come up with an idea for that one yet, so I'm gonna hold on. No, I did not finish it, Mal. I'm not quite sure where to go with it yet. I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of like research on so I can try to get, the shadow and stuff to show up the way that I want it to. And that's the thing that's like the most difficult about that character in general. Because he's essentially a shadow creature, like literally made of shadow. But can give himself substance enough to like maybe touch a person or something. It's very difficult in general because like he doesn't actually have a shape that belongs to him. Like his existing shape is shadow. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to finish him. So I thought I might come back to that one next week. Hopefully. So today we're just gonna draw. Maybe one day I'll do like a character intro. I have like a bajillion of them, but I could introduce some of my most well, I love them all, but some of them that I think of and use the most. As far as like writing about them and interacting with them. Sometimes it's really hard for me to draw my characters because most of the guys are like, you know, big and muscly, and I don't draw that at all. So I can really only draw like the girls and the feminine guys. I can't draw their partners like at all. Ooh, that sounds fun, Mal. Somebody with blue flame hair? That sounds exciting. So like their hair is an actual like fire? That sounds fun. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating when you create partners for your character and you can't even draw them because you don't have the skills. I just argue with myself, but in my mind, they deserve the best.
Sometimes they deserve not the best, but instead, misery and suffering.
No. I don't do that to all of them. Just some of them. But, we've had this discussion before. I don't like to hurt my characters. Even though I know it gives them lots of, like,
Character.
rich backstory and, you know, explains why they act the way they do. Just like every human being. So I'm trying with these characters and this world I'm creating, which I don't even know why I'm doing it, I just enjoy doing it.
Me.
Giving them more realistic backstories, I guess. With, you know, a little bit of pain and suffering.
Death is a powerful motivator.
It can be. For sure. Can indeed be a powerful motivator, I think. Yeah, so I've very rarely drawn male characters over my, 15 years of drawing. And I used to draw them, but they just looked like bigger bodied female shapes pretty much with a flat chest. When I first started. But now that I feel like I have my female characters and a much more close to realistic human proportions and anatomy, uh, especially compared to how they used to look when I drew them when I was in high school. I don't feel like I've done that with males, but then again, I haven't really pushed myself to draw males that were, masculine presenting or muscly. So yeah, I mean, you're right. What I need to do is actually do like some life practice and just work it out for a while. I did a drawing in my sketchbook about a month and a half ago. I drew a guy as like a male face. And it didn't turn out too bad. So I think my skills at least are improving on like seeing something and being able to recreate it. Um, and I think my definition between like what I draw a girl like, which essentially is like, you know, I try to make them really soft and round faced. Like little, you know.
Just accidentally stabbed a trash can. Whoops.
That's awesome. That's like the first thing you say in a while. Pain and suffering, and I accidentally stabbed a trash can.
That trash can had to come. We all know this.
Yeah, man, he totally asked for it.
It was
Shouldn't have
Lewis's
killed my
trash.
family.
It was Lewis's trash can. Never mind the fact that I was rooting around in his garbage trying to find stuff. But that's not important.
So not only were you rooting around in his trash, but you killed the trash can.
Pelican Town. There's like a statue marker. Built in recognition of Stardew Valley's elegance.
Hey, Bloodbug. Yeah, I decided to do a little bit more of a simplistic layout for today. Just because I want things to be like calm and smooth, and typically this, like it says, it would be my just chatting one, but I figured I'd try it for art and see how it works.
Before we head back into a despair-filled nightmare tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Which I am totally available for now. So
Awesome.
I will be here tomorrow. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, this one's definitely more simple compared to the desktop. But you know, that desktop layout that I have pretty much looks like my desktop on a regular basis. I have like 5 or 6 things open all the time. So I mean, to me, it doesn't look too bad, but it is a little cluttered. And I wanted things to be a little simpler today. So, we're talking about the difference between, you know, like females and male characters, because as I was saying with these, as I was talking with the chat earlier. Oh, thank you. This was drawn by Cowfee, so Cowfee. She also streams on Twitch, and she was doing like a charity stream, for the organization that puts together like rolling desks in hospitals so that kids can play video games while they're hospitalized. And if you donated a certain amount, which I was just going to donate anyways, but I didn't even know she was doing this. If you donated over a certain amount, she would draw your character in this little Slurpee style. So You got to choose your drink and you got to choose your hoodie. I was gonna do some boring hoodie like a bunny or something, but then I saw that somebody had requested a shark hoodie, and I was like, oh, I need that, but an orca.
Yeah, because isn't the shark hoodie thing that one VTuber's signature?
Shiley does have. She's actually an orca whale. There's also a couple of shark tubers that do that too. I think. I don't know.
I do not keep well enough appraised to
Me
actually.
either. I just know Shiley's like a. She's an orca. I'm sure she's supposed to be. But yeah, I just thought it would be different to have like a marine animal, and I love the ocean, so. And I'm so glad she drew my ears. I think I was like the only person that submitted a character that had like animal ears. So I was a little worried that she might not draw them. But she did. Alright, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I was talking about drawing my characters and how for half of my OCs I can't draw their partner because they're big muscly guys. So here I'm trying to illustrate like the way that I was trying to differentiate like males and females. Most recently in my drawings. I mean, the most obvious thing you can do is make things a little bit more angular, right? Because most guys, when they have a more pronounced chin, typically. Okay, I'm gonna have to go tell him to be quiet.
Why? Because hearing him say "get fucked" repeatedly to whatever
And
he's doing.
look,
Might not be
it's
okay.
breaking my immersion right now. And my quiet atmosphere.
I feel like there's certain things. I don't know if Phoenix is still here. She might be chastising Sneaky at this rate. I feel like there's certain things about male physiology that are like that are different, but I don't think it's angles. I think it's more proportion. Because obviously, like, there's aspects of femininity. The femininity. There we go. That is like softer, more plush, I guess you could say. Like, weird. But in terms of like guys, there are certain aspects of like shoulder and hip ratios that kind of denote like the skeleton of what makes a guy, and then you kind of build it. But of course, I don't do art good in terms of like the actual art. I just kind of know about the abstract. So take what I say with a grain of salt.
I enjoy your input though, Jack, because you bring up things that sometimes I don't think of as an artist because I'm too stuck in thinking about like how to draw it in my style or similar to my style. You know what I mean? And not really because I draw so much in like an anime cartoon style, I don't think so much about like the actual human physiology of it. And I think part of that comes from the fact that I never took an art class.
Funnily enough, I actually have. I sucked at it, but I did take an art class. Yeah, that's just one of those things, like, why Leonardo da Vinci was so interested in, like, cadavers, like, cutting into people in terms of figuring out how the human body works. Because once you understand, like, how the bones work, and then you're moving up to muscles, it's like several musculoskeletal rigs that kind of sit on each other, and then how, like, the skin interacts with that sort of thing. So, the body is very complex. But yeah, if I wanted to cut down my advice to something that's, like, more succinct, I think primary two things that define a guy as far as shape are that their shoulders are broader than their hips typically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also, usually, like, the pose or the stance that they have kind of, like, obviously it also depends on their personality, but it's usually a lot more open and forward than, like, in themselves. Let me see if I have. Where's that one of the adventuring party? It's posted here.
Oh, the one in the art channel that Cole was doing.
Yes. So, like, yeah. So I'm looking at that, and even Cole's post, like, funnily enough, of all of these, I hate the fact that I'm using Gifstifer as, like, an actual uh, art reference, but he.
um,
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can pull up this picture so that the stream can see it.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just gonna let it pull.
I don't know if it switched or not.
Don't see it on yours. To be fair, most of my stream runs on display capture, so I was able to just, like, insta pop it
Okay,
up.
here we go. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yustifer here in the middle.
Yeah. So, of, like, we're gonna ignore Rat King. Beautiful though they are very hard to figure. So, at the very least, the first thing that sticks out to me is that Gifstifer in general has a very boxy shape in terms of his torso. So you can see that, like, shoulders are kind of in line with his hips, whereas, like, someone like Ginger obviously has, like, hips that are either wider stance or, just in general wider than their shoulders are. So I guess that would be the first thing to, like, try and imitate, is just, like, instead of, like, angular, instead of, like, bottom trapezoid, it's top trapezoid. Or, like, the base is at the top. Or just a square. As far as articulating, like, the other lesson. Like, I mean, to be fair, there's nothing stock standard about any of these characters. Right, but kind of like the pose that he's in, kind of like arms crossed and disapproving, uh, is a very it's a very masculine thing in terms of like being world weary and just tired of everyone's shit. So yeah, I guess that's all I'm pulling from this. Anyways, we're gonna stop now because
Brought up some valid points. Um, and I do try to do that. You know, like I've always thought of guys, not necessarily in the trapezoid, but I always think, you know, like triangle. So like their shoulders are wider, and obviously you don't do an actual like point down, but you know you cut off the tip of said triangle.
unless you're using them
Um,
to form the lines.
yeah. Um, but like when I'm rough sketching or doing something really quick, I tend to just like when I'm doing stick figure sketches,
Yep.
I tend to just do a triangle. Um, but I was also talking about like, well, I know you can't see my stream, but like
I
as far
actually am looking.
as
Yeah.
how I draw like head shapes for them or eye shapes for them, um, it's still rounded because that's my I prefer to draw that way. I don't draw like very straight geometrical lines.
Yep.
Um, but it is more angular than the way I draw my females or my feminine presenting boys or guys. Um, and even the feminine presenting guys, I usually draw their eyes a little different. Um, you know, to try to hint at that they are male. I try.
Yeah.
But to go from like, you know, this part right here, this,
The
I don't
general
know
bust
this.
of a character.
Yeah, I don't,
Oh, I,
I
I
don't
actually
know
I actually do know this. If you want, like,
this part.
if I can, if I could, I would love to
Yeah.
offer you some like verbal instruction, maybe. So I can't physically possess myself to draw, but basically, if you're looking at it from the current perspective, you kind of have the right idea. What you need is like starting under, like between the nose and the left eye, straight down. Um, like there's gonna be a line for the pectorals, so go up like that. Yep, I see you're also doing the abs as well. Clearly, you have seen an ab or two.
I have. I
Yep,
have.
yep.
And
Uh,
it's like, see, if you'd asked me to draw this like this 10 years ago, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. Um, it would have looked very like very boxy.
I mean, yeah,
There wouldn't have
like,
been any curve to it.
but I immediately like what you've done, at least on the left shoulder. Um, in terms of that, I know this is like super duper rough.
Mhm.
There's like two things I will say. Uh, Torso's great. I just think that like eventually, if you wanted to make this more finished, I would look at this in this state, and I would think to myself, the head kind of looks weird
Yeah.
in terms of like uh, men also have like less. It's not just like less neck. Their muscles join to the neck a lot. Like there's a lot of those tendon like pulley areas. Yeah, yeah, like those.
So like to me, and typically, It's like a thicker neck.
Yes. So like that's a very good way to get started. Well,
I mean, and so like this kind of stuff that we're talking about right now.
Yep.
Never hit my brain back then.
But now it graces your cerebral lobes. Based
Yeah,
on the
well, to
advice
actually
of
think
a
about
fucking
like
idiot.
what a man looks like. Okay, let's differentiate it that way. As a high schooler and a middle school kid, I just drew what guys look like in mangas. And to be fair, most of them are not drawn like the men that exist in America, or that's more based upon probably the Asian body style, the typical Asian body style, I guess, if you could say there was one.
It's a lot thinner usually.
They're thinner gentlemen. They may or may not be tall. They typically do not have as much muscle as men you find in America, or they're not as big. And so I was happy to just draw that because that's how I taught myself how to draw. I traced. Yes, I traced. The images of like my favorite characters from stories I was reading. And in all honesty, that's how I learned how to, like create lines and create flow. And that's where a lot of my style comes from, is all that stuff that I drew back then, because it's still my favorite form of art style. Now I do think that like my stuff definitely doesn't look straight anime anymore. It obviously is influenced by it and close to it, but it doesn't straight look like I'm trying to draw, just anime or manga style. You could say that it's more like a mix between that and a cartoon. And that my anatomy, as far as like the way that, arms are drawn, is like back then I would have done this, right? Just like straight arm it.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
wouldn't have tried
that
to
is above
do.
and beyond actual straight arming it. With like literal straight arming it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just illustrating like if I was drawing this part of the body,
Yeah.
I wouldn't add any of these curves. I wouldn't think about like how an elbow has more than one bend like shape to it when you actually bend an elbow. Like I would have just done something like that. And my hands were atrocious. They'd be looking like, you know, like French fries in a box. um, as opposed to now where I would actually, try
Have
to
something
draw
of a semblance of an idea.
an actual hand and finger joints and all that loveliness. I still don't think I'm great at hands. I don't like drawing them that much. Hence why, like, my main character that represents me doesn't have hands. They have paws. 'Cause Lord, it sure is easier to do this.
Imagine.
Oh my god, we're done. There's a paw. And if I just round it a little bit, holy crap. Like, so much easier than fingers. And hands. But I can draw them. I just don't like it. It's one of those things that takes me forever.
One of the things that I did when I was drawing myself, which is obviously both drawing hands and drawing guys, was I was doing like very specific character archetypes, and that kind of helped me get in the headspace of like, what is this guy doing? So to kind of give an example, if you imagine like me, let's dress me up in, I literally hate to say this because it goes back to so much, but imagine me in 1940s Germany. So
Oh my god. Why are we doing this?
So if I have my hand in a fist, it's like a straight chunk of meat and bone. And I have it like raised as if I'm gonna bring it down like a hammer. What am I doing there? Well, I'm clearly trying to be authoritative, trying to like intimidate someone, trying to show some sense of superiority. These are a lot of things that carry to the male condition, though I won't go too much into that there because I don't feel like I need to deliver a seminar on the male condition right now. But
let's not.
But kind of when I was thinking about, okay, what's his face doing in this particular instance? Because you've got expressions, right? But there are certain things that kind of inform the expression and tell the story, which if you embed the story in the photo, it makes it a lot more real. Which is why I like your Be Right Back a lot, because it's very like sleepy. It's like, hey, it's your Fumi Phoenix character, or whatever you want to call her right now, like lying down and just in this very like mystical place with this creature that is recognizably anthropomorphic but not quite human. Right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure
Sorry.
we have the audience engagement here.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. So
I'm kidding.
they just go by Fumi. I just call them Fumi.
Okay.
For the record.
But specifically, like, just thinking about what would kind of sell those things physically, I'm thinking, well, if I like look in the mirror and I kind of frown and look very severe, there's a way that like my cheeks drop and flatten. Versus whereas if I was like in a neutral or even a happy expression, there's a flat area around my lips as the ring of muscle around my lips like pulls tight, but then there's like more rounded, bunched up muscles around my cheeks. Back to that angry expression, there's like areas around the eyes that are kind of like wrinkled. My brow is furrowed because I'm trying to like scare some little twit or whatever for stealing a book out of a book burning. Just stuff like that. It's just things like that that kind of help inform everything. And the reason I chose the fist is because the fist is the easiest hand shape to draw by like a mile. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
For sure.
And fist also works with male because it's typically a very aggressive thing to have your fists clenched. But it doesn't always have to be like swinging fists. You could have their hands at their sides, but if their fists are clenched, that kind of signifies some kind of tension that's underneath whatever they're expressing. So you could have them look like they just caught their girlfriend cheating on them, which is a very, very, human high school thing you could even imagine. You could have it be just like, hey, there's this instance. Hang on, is it Pam's birthday? Sorry to cut myself off.
No, you're fine.
So I need to get her a beaver. Oh, it is Pam's birthday. Fuck yeah. Anyways.
Get that girl a present. But yeah, I mean, like, this that you, if you're looking at the stream, this that you see here is like leaps and bounds better than what I would have drawn like 5 years ago or 10 years ago. You know, it's very it's much more obvious, as opposed to like if I pulled out a drawing from 10 years ago and showed it to you, it would be very you know, like,
it would seem less.
well, I mean, it's just like the arms were just bigger. There wasn't like real shape to them. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to draw bad, I guess, now.
But I'm liking, especially as I'm looking at your male figure, you know, love the arms, the shape of the muscles, and how, like, the shoulder joins to the body. There would be literally one thing I would recommend adding, which is, like, the second pectoral line, just based on this perspective.
Here. This one?
Just wait for the stream to catch up, sorry.
Oh yeah, it's a little slow because I have it on like a higher definition because it wasn't doing very well.
Well, that helps with, like, the man, I call it the man boob shadow, but I mean more like a defined, like, I guess it's his left pectoral, your right. Just if you were to, like, kind of put a hand there, there's a shape to that muscle that bulges out from the flat of the sternum. So, especially when you're kind of viewing it from the side, kind of the pectorals, even on like a dude who's like flabby or overweight, they will push forward in terms of that. So it's
like that.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Hmm. So yeah, this versus, you know, this over here is a lot better. I still don't think I draw guys like as good as I want them to look. There are so many artists that do much better. But you know, they've been doing that forever. Most of the artists that I follow that draw guys in this like style, that's all they draw, and so I imagine that that's all they've been drawing for years. So they're really good at it, and I haven't drawn guys like at all, so I gotta get on that, I guess.
It's a little practice.
Yeah. Honestly, they showed it. This was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be when I started doing this. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna make myself look like I have no skill right now.
Also, oh my god, there's a player cutscene. So tired. Can't keep my eyes open.
Poor girl.
Oh, apologies. Welcome to Jojo Mart. May I help you? Poor girl. Have a birthday beer in the supermarket, Pam.
For Twitch purposes, let's draw it like there's some clothes on this person.
Fair.
So I don't get in
Instead of, like,
trouble.
hastily censoring with a single
Yeah.
your hand.
There we go. So also bad at drawing guy hair that's not long. Typically, this is where like here it is, right? So
One of the best things I found, I might link it to you after the stream's done, is that there are actually haircuts for face shapes as far as guys. A lot of them tend towards like not just the short hair, but usually like the crew cut or the buzz cut style. Because that's just what looks good on a guy. So it'll literally just be like a nicely trimmed hairline, some length on the sides, usually about like inch and a half down from the temples.
yeah, there you go. There's a congratulations, chat. We drew a guy and a girl.
We have made boy and grill.
Drawing class with Assassin Jack and Food. He got off earlier, Jack, and I was like, oh no, I missed his stream. I don't know if he's coming back.
Yep, I come back.
Well, I thought. I was like, he's either gone for the night or he is gone to get food and help me. Cool. So I guess I'll move this to practice, because that's technically what it was. It was practice. In very like strict poses, but we're just gonna go. Oh, I love how my thing on your stream is the same as mine. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. To be fair, it was the size originally of like the purple Fumi. And
Oh
it
yeah.
was so tiny. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, you are small.
Yeah, the drawing itself is small. it's not like a huge drawing, so I'm not surprised that it was so small. Like I had to scale mine up really big too, to get it to be this big on my stream.
Hey man, whatever revolution they want to work at.
Exactly. Exactly. But they're amazing. Um, very sweet.
Sounds like.
They must have done over like 30 of these Slurpee drawings.
Did you specifically choose the boba?
Yeah, so you got to choose the boba, the type of hoodies. It had to be like an animal hoodie. Um, and then you gave her a character reference for your character. Um, essentially, what she was doing was they're all in the same pose.
Yep.
And they all have like the same eye shape and stuff.
So it's essentially like she got the skeleton rig, she can just, frame over it.
Yeah, she just has to change the hair, the colors, and like the hoodie, essentially, um, to be your character.
Nice.
And so it was like a really cool, like, I thought it was a genius idea for getting donations. Like, if you donate this much, I'll draw you, and this little, simple little doodle that's so goddamn cute.
So very cute indeed.
And then she sent it to me, and I was like, I'm gonna use it on my stream.
Aw.
Because it's so cute. The world needs to see it.
Now the world gets to see it twice over.
Yay! It's also like inspired me. I want to have like a side account where I just do cute doodles, kind of like this. Of like mini GBs and possibly like just like doodles of animals, like cute animals. Because I think that would be fun. It's not like stressful,
Yeah.
It's easy. And also as like a practice in like simplifying things, because I was looking at somebody who like doodles animals from pictures, like they look up funny cat pictures or whatever, and then they draw, the cat doing whatever they're doing in the picture.
Yep.
And really thinking about like how much goes into simplifying those shapes. Because I was starting to notice that it might actually be harder than I think it is. To do that,
Makes sense.
like it looks easy, but that doesn't mean that it is easy.
And typically it's not. Best thing I've likened it to is that I've worked in retail serving like customers at the counter for 6-8 years now, something like that. So when I'm holding something, whether it's a pack of deli meat or a fish or what have you, I can tell you pretty much down to the tenth of a pound how much that weighs. And that knowledge is helpful in allowing me to be quick and efficient at my job, because it means that if someone asks for a specific way, I can do that. But it took me years to be able to figure out what weighs what and what. So, I imagine it's the same with art.
Yeah. Because, you know, if you asked me to tell you how much the bag of fish weighed, I could give you a guesstimate, but I couldn't promise that it would be anywhere close.
Unless I'm having
But if
an
you
off
ask
day.
me to process a deer, that I can do.
What do you mean by process, precisely?
From shooting it all the way to turning it into sausage. I can do all of that.
Oh.
I grew up in a family of hunters. I also hunt. And we do not pay other people to process our deer. We skin them, clean them, cut them up, and turn them into sausage. Or whatever else we're going to use them for. Because my dad taught me that if you're going to go kill something, you're going to use it, and you're going to use all of it. And you're not going to waste it. Otherwise, it's just cruel. So... Sorry if I scared you, Jack.
No, it's okay. I was just, I'll be honest, I was kind of blown back mentally into a memory I had. One of my first jobs. Where there's a man who was like true half. I don't think it was Cherokee. Might have been half Choctaw, or just true half-blooded Native American at the very least. And came in one day and had venison steak for lunch. It's like, because I was looking at Tupperware and you see like bloody, somewhat cooked cuts of meat.
Ooh.
Like, what is that? Like venison. And he looks at me having, like, at that point, I was on to the brownie stage of my lunch, which I should not have been doing for a landscaping job, but whatever. And we had a little moment where we were like 8 years old again, and we wanted to try some of what each other had. So I gave him half of my brownie, which is what my father made for me. And in return, he gave me some of his venison to try. And it wasn't heat, but it was very spicy. Like, very well spiced.
Most of what we get, we turn into, like, sausage, like ground sausage, or, well, we always keep the backstrap intact and fry that. It's really good.
What's the backstrap?
The backstrap is essentially like, the loin.
Okay.
Along the spine. So like your loin cuts that would be pulled out of a cow for like steak. It's just been called backstrap because it's literally like a strap of muscle along the back. And we would fry it like you fried like chicken fried steak.
Yep.
And eat it that way.
I just want... I know a lot about food, because I love food. I want to come out one of these days with something that's just wildly incorrect. To say some shit like, yeah, I remember fucking drowning my chicken fried steak in Dr. Pepper. Fucking...
Gross.
Just some completely off-base shit.
Like, if you told me that you drown your ribs in Dr. Pepper, I would believe you, because there are people who do that down here. Like, put Dr. Pepper... There's even a Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce down here, I think.
There is. It's just widely commercially available.
Yeah. And I put it in, like, chopped meat and stuff like that before, but...
A nice little lappy juice.
Yeah, because it's good on that. But chicken fried steak, ooh. You need some gravy.
Now all I need is some Jesus. Get me through this Dr. Pepper covered steak.
Oh my god. Seriously.
That's all I need.
Gonna need something.
Some kind of guy must stop you, boy.
Cute. Anything good? Okay.
I was wondering if my water bottle still had water in it. It's like over half full.
You're slacking.
I was relying too heavily on the vitamin water. Too much of a sweet treat.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, vitamin water zero squeeze is my squeeze.
Nice.
Oh. You've proven yourself.
Oh my.
You ventured
Oh.
into the mines with utmost courage, Jack. You could use some with your skills. Do you want to join the Adventurers Guild? Oh, is this like an actual initiation?
I don't know.
Jack,
It's your game, bro. You're the one who knows it.
do you swear under oath to protect humanity from monsters? Do everything in your power to uphold the traditions, values, and ideals of the Adventurers Guild? Fuck yes. On behalf of Stardew Valley and the Order of the Knights of Pythagoras, I officially accept you as the 23rd Adventurers Guild member. You'll be allowed to purchase these rare weapons we commission and discover. Bounties and quests. Forward. Okay. Welcome to the guild, Jack. I expect great things from you. Look, Marlon's so cool. He's an actual character. See, even this character knows Cordelia's like Camilla or Witch sent me here to seek an audience with Marlon. He's a legend where I come from. Fucking A right he is.
Oh, I'm in a slump. Been in a slump for a few days.
Have you ever drawn like objects instead of people?
Just when I do backgrounds. It's mostly nature related.
Have you ever drawn weapons?
The only weapons I've ever drawn or gotten close to is the one that I drew for you, Jack. For your emote.
Well,
that shield and sword combo thing is probably the
yes.
closest I've gotten to drawing weapons, and I think I did a pretty good job, but it took me forever.
100%. It is an immaculate sword and shield style ring, which 100% serves what my brand is 100%, which is tank and spank.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think it was like several months from when we first talked about it to when I like sketched it and drew it, and then came back and rendered it.
Why not try sketching a blade?
I guess.
That Finley could wield a mad scythe.
The magic user is gonna carry a scythe.
Yes. Oh, hi, Andy. The new farm. How are you doing on this fine sunny day? Andy's like the God-fearing south of the border farmer. He scares me a little.
Oh yeah.
Caught me in the
Oh,
middle
he
of,
does kind of look that way.
caught me in the middle of tending my crops and spreading some new Joja fertilizer on my crop field. I always use Joja fertilizer. Makes my crops stronger and healthy. You gotta start out on the farm. I have something for you to help you out. Huh?
Hmm.
Some strawberry seeds for you. Fairhaven Farm strawberries have a good reputation in Grappleton and Chesterville. Well, I'll be sending your way once I have the time. These here crops got me occupied. Have yourself a nice day, Jack. Go get some dirt on you. I already planted 129, please. Please have mercy. I could take no more. My fields are tapped.
Speaking of, Jack, if you have other emote slots, if there's anything you want, I don't think we discussed more than just the ones that I've already made. Or we did and I forgot. They're in that document or whatever that we typed a long time ago. Might have been almost a year ago.
Might have been.
I just remember you wrote some ideas in a Google Doc, I think, that you shared with me.
That definitely sounds like a thing I would do.
Um, I like the practice of drawing something that's like drawing your emotes is very challenging, but I like it because it makes me draw something that's, you know, typically yours are a little more realistic.
And
Like real
thankfully
objects.
mine are a challenge, but I try not to go overboard with it.
No, I mean like yes, that charge blade ring was a challenge. But I think in doing it, I learned a lot about perspective. I learned a lot about trying to draw something that's not just like straight on flat, you know, like I tried to curve it or give the illusion of it being curved.
Yes.
Um like a ring. Um I looked at a lot of metal and what the light looked like on metal.
I had no you did that, honestly, but I appreciate that you
Yeah.
did. The results are clear enough to see.
I looked at, you know, if you looked at my search history, you might question some things.
Listen, let's not speak too
Because
much
some
of
of the
search history.
well, I mean, it's just like some of the things that you search when you're trying to draw something. Like, you
Blood
know,
running down metal.
yeah, or like, you know, light reflecting off an axe. I think that's one of the things that I typed.
Yep.
Which is weird out of context. But then if I tell you why I looked it up, it makes more sense. So I imagine a lot of artists' histories, like search histories, are like that. They're full of random statements like that that make no sense out of context. But then if you see like the illustration that all of them have to deal with, it would make more sense. You'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense why you looked that up.
At least glad that Andy, even for his God-fearing, possibly Bible-thumping ways, is like, it's a good thing there's another farmer in town. You keep up the good work. Like, thanks, I guess.
You think he'd be like, get out of my town,
One never knows.
you thief? The world may never know. Hmm.
I know that was probably from your mouth, but that sounded like indigestion as far as like a tummy sound.
No, was not. I mean, it probably did sound like it, now that I think about it. But sometimes I just make noises.
Ren has made fun of kind of like, and that's just a
Oh yeah.
noise that I make, kind of halfway between sleep. I don't know. Thing I do, I guess. But
Sometimes I
you find
make random noises. I don't know why, but I do.
Oh. Drop by and warn you about these crows flying about. Looked up to see them flocking over my crop field. I'll just scare you off. Think you're fine, it's fine. I live right by that there forest, so I get a lot of them loose in the trees. Kind of gross.
We do need to start prepping more in advance before streams. Just haven't had a lot of time to do that lately. Little ones aren't falling asleep. So it makes it difficult to have any time to do anything like before I start, really. Other than sit down and open the program.
Realistically, there's a lot I could do to try and upgrade the stream, but I just ain't got enough time. I just want to stream and play a video game. Chill with peeps.
Yeah.
So.
I just mean like to prep for my illustrations, like finding a reference, knowing what I'm gonna draw when I sit down, that day. Which is what I've tried to do before this, but I've noticed the last 2 or 3 times I've sat down, I just like don't know what I'm gonna draw because I didn't do any thought process prepping before. Like, this is what I'm gonna draw. So I guess I just needed to do that the day before instead of doing it like 30 minutes before, because I'm not having those 30 minutes before anymore. Which sucks. In case you guys didn't know, I do has a family and a full job. Other than this.
Weird, potentially dark thought coming. Tell me
Okay.
to stop at any time. You think that
Uh-huh.
Twitch trophy wife is ever gonna be a thing? Fucking
A Twitch trophy wife.
yes.
What do you mean, like a trophy wife becomes a Twitch streamer?
Possibly. Or my thought was like well, yeah, pretty much you summed it up. There's just like a trophy wife whose only appeal is like be attractive on Twitch. Maybe not even make money off of it.
So you mean like a full-blown e-girl?
I don't know. I haven't
Like a hot chick that streams and uses their assets.
I've not kept up with say e-girl.
Yeah, I think that's a thing. I shouldn't have said anything because I don't even totally know what it is, but...
Is it different from a VTuber? Because I barely managed to scrape by that much.
It's not a VTuber because a VTuber is somebody who uses like a virtual avatar. E-girls are essentially, typically they're like physically attractive women that offer services and or content over the internet. Some of them Twitch stream and some of them stream on other platforms.
I would have thought with the E, it would have meant for like electronic girl, like.
No, it's more like internet girl, like, but I don't know why they chose E. Maybe Explorer, even though nobody wants to use Windows Explorer or whatever to be on the internet.
Deep in Summerside Forest. It's interesting that the new cutscene they get. River filled with king salmon salmon. What the hell is that? Like the money catch. Is Willie just like throwing down the gauntlet trying to get me to chase after new cool ass fish? I guess so.
Okay. According to Urban Dictionary, which is not always true, the difference between a normal girl who plays video games and an e-girl is that an e-girl begs for money and sells herself for it in some form or fashion over the internet. So essentially what I was describing, I guess I was right. So I imagine if a trophy wife was to become a Twitch streamer, they might be an e-girl. Or they could just be a totally chill person. I don't know.
Or they could just skip the Twitch and go to OnlyFans.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, e-girls use Twitch and then other things, other platforms to do more mature rated streams. But you gotta pay.
Unless you have NordVPN, the sponsor of today's stream.
Oh my god, no, don't get me in trouble. For the record, I have no affiliation with NordVPN. They don't pay me anything. But you can use them to watch Netflix shows that are not available in the US, but are available in other countries. But you didn't hear that from me. But yeah, that's what an e-girl is. There is a VTuber that I know that is also what you would consider an e-girl. She uses her VTube avatar for that.
Oh.
She has a very, very well-made 3D model. It's kind of weird. I have never watched anything but her Twitch streams, but her model looks like she paid like thousands of dollars for it.
I have like a thought as far as who you might refer to. But, do you want me to say it out loud or no?
Sure, you can guess if you want.
Is it Snuffy?
No. Project Melody.
Never heard of them.
She's part of V Shoujo. So obviously when on Twitch, you know, she keeps everything in TOS. Mainly just plays games with like the other members of V Shoujo, which is a community of VTubers.
I was gonna say, it sounds like a faction from Samurai Jack.
Yeah, so it's several VTubers that have like a manager and promoter that help organize events and ways to like raise money for the group and advertise them. So like at Axe, I think, they set up a booth for V Shoujo and they had like essentially like a giant phone or a giant tablet that the VTubers were like signed into, and they could move around the convention and talk to people.
They?
It is, but it allows them to like be there without breaking, you know,
Immersion.
yeah, breaking the immersion of like who they actually are, which none of them obviously want to tell you because why be a VTuber in the first place? I mean, I know my reason. It's so nobody knows what my face is, or where I live, or what I look like. Because I'm too shy for that. And I do have a family, and I don't want anybody showing up anywhere near me.
Uninvited, at least.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to get famous overnight, I'm sure some things would slip out, and like, people might find out, but I definitely don't want what happened to you to happen to me. I do not want somebody to walk up to me and be like, "Are you Fumi?"
Yeah, by the way, they had, like, I managed to social engineer it. They had no idea about, like, Twitch streams or anything else. They just remembered me for the fact I was, like, I had that same handle for my fucking battle map for Hearthstone. I played Hearthstone with them in high school, and that was how they knew me.
Interesting.
On one hand, like, what the fuck? Why do you even remember this? On the other hand, it's like, thank Christ, a man out here about to give me a heart attack, thinking that someone will stalk me on the internet.
Right? Well, that's at least a little bit relieving. Do you mind streaming to Discord? Because essentially all I'm doing is talking to you, and...
Sure, I think I'm already streaming to Discord, maybe?
Okay, then I'll just join that and show your stream on my stream, and you'll get double the views. Kind of.
That's quite how that works, but, you know, twice the exposure.
Because that's essentially what,
Twice the coverage.
I'm not really doing anything else. I'm being honest.
Minds thing.
Might as well be what you're doing. Okay. So, you can stay here and watch if you want to. Or I could literally just end my stream and go to Jack's stream, I guess. I could do that. Because unfortunately, I honestly have no motivation to draw at the moment. Unfortunately. So... Hi Mel, welcome back. I had a little anatomy practice and a lesson from Jack on drawing, kind of. And yeah. After that, I was trying to figure out something to draw, and I just don't have it in me right now. So Jack and I are just talking while he plays Stardew. Super modded, apparently. I don't know what all he did to it.
I've put in like 36 mods.
My god.
It takes like 2 or 3 tries on startup nearly every time at this rate. Smappy has a time trying to get Stardew to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do, Mal, plan to stream games in the future. I was supposed to do a game today, actually, but I thought that maybe I should do a drawing stream to make up for the drawing stream I missed yesterday. Because I couldn't stream yesterday. Sneaky got home late. But yeah, I do plan on doing games. And I'll probably have my stream up tomorrow and do the same thing that I'm doing right now. Stream the Discord call of Jax playing Dang It Rumpal.
The grandpas.
So that, you know, we can get another stream in. Because we'll have our visual novel night tomorrow. I feel like I should draw us a logo for that.
What would that even be, I wonder?
We're part of the VNN.
VNN sounds like we're in like a fake news organization.
Yeah, exactly. That was my point. So I was like, I should draw us a logo. Kind of like Death's Monday Night Hunts.
Yep.
I was like, we can be the VNN crew.
Coming at you live with suits we didn't buy, so shut up about it. Growing ever longer because they moved the mines for some reason. I mean, it's kind of cool because it's on top of a mountain, but also we crave the minecart so much more.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see whether we have to steal someone's bed for tonight. I strategically randomize the cabins so they are kind of in a they're kind of in a place that makes it good to use them in case I can't get home for whatever reason. But we're home safe. Snug with a cat on our lap. Another Sunday dance. Strawberries. straight from level 4 to level 6. This is so good.
Sorry, I'm really quiet. I'm looking at this bot.
Yeah, it's really the perfect time to do so. I'm quiet for so much of my stream because I'm just like vibing out, just trying to weave out the stresses of the day. Say goodbye. Bye, I love you. Get the fuck out. Goodbye.
Nice. So I think I'm gonna... This one has like reaction roles, you know? Like if you react with a certain emoji or whatever, you'll get the role. So I wanted to create like a movie night one so I could just ping the people who are interested in that. Instead of having to ping like everyone. Yeah. And then letting people, you know, pick those roles up.
Check that out too.
Well, it's not set up yet, but we'll get there.
I think at any rate after this in-game day, I'll in for Stardew.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been going into work at like 6 every day.
Ugh.
Going earlier for 4th of July. I was in at work, the doors opened at 7 o'clock. 20 minutes later, after having served 20 people in a row, just near about suffered a psychotic break. Ironically enough, the cracks in my psyche turned me towards happiness. Though I also don't know whether that's mania or not. I just remember most people looking at me slightly unnerved because when I laughed, they were not used to it. But yeah. It's a lovely day. I dropped by to check on my green beans and they're ready to harvest. Some Imperial, I'll go taking care of their crops too. Pelican Town's community garden's pretty nifty, wouldn't you agree? It's a very neat idea. Very thankful for this community garden. I don't have much property to grow my own food. Thanks to this little plot of land we all share, I can. I decided to cook these tonight. My fresh green beans straight from the vine. Oh, thank you. Would love if instead of eating it, I just fucking stuck it in my pocket like a gremlin I am. Hi, Sophie. Oh, whoops. Accidentally stabbed Sophia, 20 times over. Oops.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember Makoto Beagle. I should draw something like that. I should draw a Danganronpa with each of us who are doing voices as like one of the characters.
Monokuma Jack.
Yes.
Because
Essentially just gonna draw a teddy bear with a hoodie on.
as much as I would love to be Darth Byakuya.
Oh, that would be good too.
I think we all know what voice most people recognize me for. Oh, hey.
For sure, you just do such a good job. That's your fault. Shouldn't do such a good job.
Am I being simultaneously gaslit and victim blamed?
I don't know.
No,
I really mean it more as a compliment.
I know you do.
Um,
It brings me no shame to say that I am about to deliver to Willie something that I dug out of the trash.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, you want a Joja Cola to serve at your afternoon tea? I can have one that's half drunk and gross.
Mm-hmm.
General store. Sorry to ask, but do you pray? Huh. I'll say yes. If you could you please pray for my husband cat just for a safe return? Thanks. I'll pray. It's just not to Yoba. But that's okay.
Of course. Thanks for the art lesson.
See you tomorrow for Danganronpa.
See you tomorrow.